Rylan Thorne, the sensitive prince and designated alpha heir of a dominant werewolf pack, struggling with the core insecurity, "I am not wolf enough." While the pack revered brute strength, Rylan valued his intellect, making him the frequent target of his father, Alpha Thane's, disapproval and the cold scrutiny of the governing elders, led by the fanatical Kaelin. Rylan's closest and only confidant was Dr. Elara Vance, the non-shifter physician. She noticed a terrifying, shared pattern in the alpha bloodline: increasing, terminal madness coinciding with the apex of their power. This medical curiosity became a shared secret when Elara found cryptic warnings about the ancient repository, a hidden chamber holding the truth of the alpha line, accessible only by a secret copper key. The inciting incident occurred when Alpha Thane suffered a complete, public feral breakdown, forcing Rylan's ascension. The elders accelerated the ritual, known as the Ascension Rite. Despite Thane's decline, desperate, Rylan sought the copper key to the repository. He was forced to choose between the immediate loyalty to his pack or the truth that could save his mind. He chose truth. Securing the key from the dying Thane inside the ancient repository, Rylan made a chilling discovery. The Alpha lineage was based on a monstrous biological betrayal. The founder, facing dwindling strength, instituted two lies: rigid inbreeding and, crucially, the marrow infusion. Harvesting potent marrow from non-shifter wolves and injecting it into the air. The journal named this consequence the Marrow Tax. The Alpha gained unmatched strength, but only by sacrificing the human mind over time. His father wasn't sick. He was paying the tax. The external conflict intensified immediately as the aggressive Ironclaw pack challenged the border, capitalizing on Thane's failure. Elder Kaelin seized control, demanding Rylan undergo the final preparation, the marrow injection. Tonight, to display strength, Rylan was forced to publicly commit to the ritual to buy time. He shared the damning journal with Elara, confirming the terminal madness was a deliberate, genetic curse. Together, they formed a desperate plan. Rylan would play the role of the loyal prince, while Elara secretly delivered copies of the scientific evidence to Counselor Lyra, a powerful, rational moderate on the council, hoping she would intervene before the ritual. Before the rite, Rylan witnessed the true, devastating cost of the tax when his father, Thane, burst into his chambers, a fully feral, destructive beast driven by instinct. Rylan narrowly escaped, heartbroken. Realizing the terrifying future awaiting him as the ritual began, Kaelin pricked Rylan, administering a microdose of the Marrow Tax, which immediately granted Rylan heightened senses and strength, simultaneously accelerating his impending doom. The definitive climax of the internal struggle occurred when Alpha Thane himself burst into the ritual chamber, fully shifted. In a tragic, heartbreaking moment, Rylan forced eye contact, pushing his father to his final, agonizing moment of human lucidity. Thane screamed, confirming the tax was a curse and urging Rylan to run before the feral madness consumed him entirely. Kaelin and the elders swiftly neutralized Thane, who died a beast, allowing Kaelin to gloat that the Alpha died without a mind, rendering Rylan's sacrifice meaningless. Rylan, fueled by righteous rage and the microdose, snatched the full Marrow Tax syringe. He declared the lie exposed and fled, but was captured by Kaelin's loyalists, including the conflicted warrior Torin, and dragged back to the lair along with Elara. Trapped in the dungeon, Rylan reached his dark night of the soul, convinced his efforts were futile, especially when Torin revealed that Lyra was losing the council debate. Choosing immediate security over the inconvenient truth, Elara saved Rylan from despair by confessing her love and swearing to be his anchor against the madness. Kaelin had Elara dragged away to prepare the infusion, the instrument of Rylan's destruction. Bound to the dais, Rylan was subjected to the full Marrow Tax infusion. He screamed as the synthesized power ripped through him, transforming him into a massive, gold-eyed wolf, the perfect, dominant, yet unstable Alpha. The elders craved. The climax was set. Rylan, the beast, against the antagonist, Kaelin, also fully shifted. Rylan used his amplified strength, but guided by his human intellect and Elara's voice as his anchor, he purposefully disabled, rather than killed, Kaelin, and used the demonstration of his controlled power to secure Lyra's final allegiance. Lyra, seeing the wolf choose restraint, exposed Kaelin, who was quickly overwhelmed by the council. Rylan escaped with Elara, carrying the unstable, powerful curse within him. The immediate threats were dealt with, but the Iron Claw was moving, and Rylan was a ticking clock. Their quest began, to find the mythical lunar anchor, a discipline rumored to stabilize the Marrow Tax and separate the aggression from the intellect. They traveled south, battling Rylan's violent instability, relying on Elara's medical knowledge and their deepening bond to keep him sane. Their journey led them to a hidden mountain summit where they found the keeper of the lunar anchor, a powerful, non-shifter woman. The keeper demanded immediate proof. Rylan, fully shifted, had to force the human mind to override the primal wolf and shift back. A nearly impossible feat anchored by Elara reciting the scientific facts of the Marrow Tax. Rylan achieved the controlled shift, mastering the anchor. Ready, stable, and powerful, Rylan returned to the lair just as the Iron Claw launched its decisive attack. Rylan shifted into his colossal, anchor-controlled form and confronted the enemy leader, Vorag. Rylan defeated Vorag, not with feral rage, but with calculated, efficient strikes, demonstrating that sanity was superior to savagery. He spared Vorag, sending a message. The new alpha was coming, and he was sane. Rylan refused the high seat. He established a new reality where the lair embraced the truth and intellect. He spent his life with Elara, his true anchor, teaching the pack the lunar anchor discipline. Rylan remained forever bound to the power he hated. But he was the alpha who proved that true strength was not in the size of the beast, but in the sanity of the man. They walked hand in hand toward the future, ready to face the long, difficult road of leading a pack back to sanity. Together the journey was unending, but the foundation was finally built. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic werewolf romance audiobooks.